Today we want to talk about some of the new user interface changes to Service Manager Pro with Lightspeed integration so that I can show you how to import parts into your Evo system and then later on this year into NXT. So let's talk about part setup for right now. Notice if you click on part setup after you've logged into the user settings panel, you have a kit override button. What that means is if you select yes, if the OEM publishes a clutch kit or a fork seal kit, it'll actually override the individual fork seal part numbers, the dust seal and oil seal with the kit part number, and import the kit part number into the DMS rather than the individual parts. The next thing we want to talk about is bulk oil. So if you go over here and you select motorcycle and you select all subtypes and all makes, and if you just said okay, our bulk oil for the shop is Yamalube 2040, override part number 456-789. What this means is if you're buying Yamalube or Honda GN4 or any of the other oils and you're buying it in bulk 55-gallon drums and you've created your own individual part number, you want to apply that part number to your DMS when you select a common job like oil change, or you select a 10K service or 15K service. Rather than importing the individual quart part numbers, it'll put in there your bulk oil part number. So if we click save, there you go. And you can do that by vehicle type, by make, you can do it by each individual model. There's a bunch of different ways that you can publish that bulk oil part number. So let's click home here and go to this YZF-R6 and we look at a service schedule. And you've all seen this before, 600, 4,000, 8,000, 12,000 mile services. Now you'll see select engine oil grade on the left. What this means is if you select standard for this particular Yamaha, it's going to drop over your bulk oil part number, or it's going to drop over the standard oil grade with the Yamaha quart part numbers. If you select improved performance, it's going to drop over the Yamaha semi-synthetic. If you select premium, it's going to send over the Yamaha full synthetic quart part numbers. That way you have a chance of upselling the customer on different grades of oil. So if you select 12,000 miles and you hit select options and print, go on down here to notice that this is an engine oil and filter job, so that defaults to yes. Okay, but say the customer says, you know what, go ahead and just replace my spark plugs, even though it says inspect them, just go ahead and replace them. So if you click yes, it'll now send over the spark plug part numbers. If you go on down here to fork seals and notice it defaults to no because again it's inspect, go ahead and say, you know what, my fork seals are blown, go ahead and click yes. It will drop the fork seal kit part numbers over if you have kit override on, or it'll send just the fork seal part numbers over. Regardless of whether or not you have yes or no selected here, everything will still show up on the printout of the PDF. So let's go back to a bulk oil change here. And we go to common jobs and we go to oil change improved performance. So we've selected that to charge $50. If you click select $50 and hit send a repair order, it'll drop in $50 flat amount to the Lightspeed RO. It'll drop in a job code, so that'll make it searchable for your data after you've used it. And it'll drop in the engine oil filter part number and the engine oil drain gasket part number. It will drop in your bulk oil part number, not this part number, with quantity 3. If you don't have a bulk oil part number selected, it will drop in this part number right here. So this technology should launch today, June 19th or Monday morning. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 704-504-1731.